United is playing Aston Villa. Okay, to check the statistics, Man United has not lost on Boxing Day since 1978. That's an interesting stat, but they come against an Aston Villa side that is actually 1 point off the top. It's been a tournament of contrasting misfortunes already. We've seen the big dogs struggling to make points. We've seen my guys, England. I like to talk about England because there's been a lot of banter. The media has been pushing them and everything, but the sports is something that we're still looking for. Spain has been. I think they've been playing the most beautiful football in the Euro 2024. My Belgium lost their first game. Croatia is still looking for points. Italy lost against Spain. That's a group of death. Well, there's a lot of stuff that we didn't keep you guys posted on, but well, we are here now. Welcome to yet another episode of Mr. Vamos Dissect. For those of you that are new on the channel, again, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to like. Turn on those notifications. We're probably giving you a video every week just so you guys do not lose the touch on the football. Well, in today's episode, we're going to talk about what happened during the week in the Euros. There's been very many hits. There's been very many misses. And then we're going to look into the fixtures that will be happening throughout the week because the group stages climax on, I think, Thursday. There'll be a break in there. So we'll see how that goes. Starting with the misses, my main miss of the tournament so far is the tactics of the Portugal side. Roberto Martinez, I'm very disappointed in what he's cooking with Portugal. I think Portugal has everything. It has a fully balanced team. That's from the goalkeeping department, defenders, midfielders, strikers. Well, Ronaldo led the line the last time out. And somehow we found that João Cancelo playing as a number 7 or something. I didn't really understand the tactics that the main man was enforcing because when he was still at Belgium, he also had a star-studded Belgium side and he failed to make those boys cook. Yeah, he's probably for them to win their last game. It somewhat came to maybe I think there was like a lot of luck inside there because I didn't see that Belgium team coming through to win the game that they played the last time, but somehow they won the game 2-1. So that's one of my main misses for me. Another miss would be England. Well, England went into the first game of the tournament and they won 1-0. Jude Bellingham goal inside there. All of us were like, it's not convincing, but a win is a win. A win is a win. England comes to play against Denmark. They score in the first 10 minutes. It's coming home. It's coming home. Everyone is singing. And then the rest was history. I didn't see the boys doing anything again. I think in the first game, Trent Alexander-Arnold side in the midfield. This is a person who didn't play the last part of the season. And this is a number 2, for heaven's sake. How is a number 2 going to begin cooking midfield just because he knows how to ping passes into the wing? So I don't really know how Southgate looks into football. Yeah. Well, not talking from a Man United point of view, but I'm thinking all of us saw the last time that Declan Rice played with Kobe Mino in the midfield, England was able to cook. Of course, Bellingham was also able to cook in his number 10 position. But then you get an Alexander-Arnold. After that, you bring a Conor Gallagher, who somewhat put in a bully performance in the first game. And then in the second game, you do the same substitute because you've cramped the substitution. And then the game ends the way it ends. Of course, he gave some football to Eberiche Eze. It was really nice to see him get up, start inside that one into the second half. But then the big problem is we have a Cole Palmer that's still seated on that bench. Yeah, I don't really think Phil Foden and Bukayo Saka have been delivering. And now in the last game that they played against Denmark, Bukayo Saka for me, no. Same stuff that was happening at Arsenal. He delivers a stinker, plays week in, week out. And at the end of the day, we want people that are on form to play. So that's another miss for me. Third miss for me would be Belgium. How does Belgium lose to Slovakia? Been rooting for Belgium since their golden generation, but I think my hopes are fading now, yeah, because I don't even know their coach's name. I don't even care anymore. But how does Belgium lose to Slovakia? That's a group which they're supposed to be topping. Romelu Lukaku, 2 goals that were cancelled. Of course, he had to miss his good number of goals inside there as well. So that's another miss for me. And then the hits for me, the return of N'Golo Kante into international football. That was the most beautiful thing that I watched last week. Golo Kante was running his heart out on that pitch. Be it in the defense, be it in the midfield, and another day he's going to come through and catch. And of course, the debate was, how does the coach bench two Champions League winners and play an N'Golo Kante? But again, the bargain worked inside there. And then another hit for me would be Germany. Germany, like I said, these are contenders of the tournament already. They've already shown signs that they really want to win this thing. But of course, it's too early to call. I just like the fact that Musiala and Florian Wirtz are taking matters into their own hands and they're cooking sports. Yeah, I like to see the young talents getting onto the big stage and cooking. And then my major hit would be Spain. Oh wow, Nico Williams on the left-hand side, Yamal on the right-hand side. I don't know, whoever is playing against those guys in a football game will know. The Italians will most definitely know. But Italy has made it a habit to have kids cooking them. So that's something that's very usual. So those are some of the hits and misses. And well, if we're getting into the action that's going to be happening this week, Belgium has one more shot at it. Remember that the interesting thing about the Euros is when you lose your first game and you somewhat don't win your second game, well, then we begin knocking on the door for you to be kicked out. Yeah. Belgium takes on Romania. I'll start from Belgium's point of view. This is a game that they really need to win. They really need to win this game to keep their hopes alive. Romania, on the other hand, it's a side that I was underlooking and underestimating, but they really have some spots in there. Yeah, they went and cooked Ukraine in the first leg. I didn't see that coming on all the games that I was seeing. But well, we'll see what happens inside Belgium for that one. I'll give you a prediction for that one. And then group of death, Croatia. As for Croatia, I don't even know. Croatia is playing Italy. Italy, fresh from losing against Spain, they most definitely need a win to qualify to the knockouts. Croatia also needs a win to maybe leapfrog Italy in that one. But somehow I think Italy and Modric and co, I think they should just relax and maybe probably go on to a trip in Ibiza or something, because if only Modric is trying to cook and the likes of Kramaric and co are not really trying to do something, then I don't see how they get that one in there. England is facing Slovenia. When England faces Slovenia, remember they have a win and a draw. Maybe they need a draw to qualify. But this is Slovenia that is also somewhat looking for points. And now when I see Jan Oblak in that Slovenia goal, Jan Oblak is a man who does not like to concede, both for club and country. So it will be a tricky game for you. And then another important game that might be there in this tournament, I'm seeing Serbia. Serbia is going to be taking on, I think Serbia takes on Denmark. I don't know if I'm mistaken or if I've forgotten, but Serbia must be taking on Denmark. Serbia, when Serbia plays in its first game, it looked like Serbia was going to be convincing with the likes of Dusan Vlahovic and Mitrovic. I thought they were probably going to give England some headache in there, but they didn't really do that. But this is a must win for either side. Either Denmark or Serbia. One of those two guys knows that they have to win that game to get out of the group stages. So that will be a tricky, interesting game for you to watch. Of course, Christian Eriksen opened his account just like we had thought about it. And then Germany, I think for all of you guys that are trying to look for a team that's going to win all their games, Germany must be one for them. Of course, their games in the group stages. Well, I think coming to their third and final game of the knockout, they might want to rest a few players here and there. Maybe get some guys to rest a bit and maybe see how to play the next games in the group stages or not. But I'd like most important to note is that the midfield of Germany is something that we didn't really expect to see. So when you get a Toni Kroos and then you get an Andrich, that's Bayer Leverkusen, and then you get a Gundogan, I think there's a lot of flair inside there. Andrich has actually played sports that's convincing enough for him to get a start in Germany. So that's one team that you guys need to watch out for. And then Netherlands, like I said, I think they were pretty unlucky to get a draw in the last game out. But I think Cody Gakpo and co have a lot to say inside that one. So as we get into the final parts of these knockouts, I think it's going to be very crazy for some of the big teams to move out, yeah? But I'd like to just assure you guys that whoever Spain plays in their next game, I think Spain plays Albania. That's a must win for you guys. I now want to give you guys things that I believe are going to come to pass. Huh? Spain, Albania, that's a must win for Spain. I don't even need to think about it. Italy, Croatia, the best I can give you guys is an over 1.5. I somewhat want Croatia to come through into this tournament and get a win, but that looks like an impossibility. England, Slovenia. England, Slovenia. Well, the Three Lions really need to win this game. And Slovenia is also beans, I think. So I think England takes this one away for me. Portugal. Portugal must win for me. I don't even need to look any further about that one. When we go into which other games are we having? When we go into Scotland, I forgot, Scotland is playing Hungary. I think these are two sides that we don't even need to think about a lot. These are two sides that are going to be eliminated from the tournament. But one thing that importantly struck me during the week was the comparison of Scott McTominay and Jude Bellingham. They said these two players offer the same thing because Bellingham was beans the last time they played Denmark. He didn't really have a shot on target or anything. And Scott McTominay actually opened his account in the Euro 2024, but I don't see where Scotland is going in this tournament. So that will be a game that will be at least an under 3.5. So for most of you guys that are looking into it. But important to know, during the week, someone asked me, who are your firm favorites to win this tournament? I'd already told you guys, Italy, Germany. I'll add for you guys a Spain inside there. Spain has been cooking a lot of spots for me, yeah? So I'll most definitely add those guys on there for you. But then again, I think for Portugal and England, these are the guys that are supposed to focus on today because there was a lot of buzz about them. I think these two coaches need to, I think now that they're already in the same WhatsApp group, I think they need to better their tactics. Maybe get in a Mourinho inside there, get in a Zidane and all that, because these are two teams that have balanced squads. They have all the players, everyone. They failed to cook spots. So I think this is just what has been happening in the Euro 2024. There's been a lot of hits and misses. There's been a lot of results that didn't really come through the way we expected them to come through. But I expect us to come through with a lot of buzz when the group stages end by Thursday. Aside from that, I'd let you guys digest on what we've discussed today. Like to thank you guys for liking on the content, for subscribing, for passing on the content. In case you feel there's something that we've not really touched about, maybe something that you need to know, you can hit us up on WhatsApp. You can send us a shout out, send out a comment. Enjoy the Euros. Well, Copa America also started with Argentina, of course, taking on Canada and beating a win inside there. We'll give you something on that one soon. Aside from that, enjoy the Euro, enjoy the Copa America, stay safe. Mr. Vamos, signing out.